Most of us are taught to just, chase a high salary, climb that corporate ladder, and basically hope for the best. But today in this explainer, we're taking a completely different, honestly fascinating look at the actual mechanics of wealth creation. We're going to dismantle this huge pervasive wealth myth by diving into 6 specific career paths. And these are paths that structurally position you to build true millionaire-level wealth. Now look, we are not looking for some overnight magic formula here. Instead, we're uncovering how certain paths just naturally align with wealth-building opportunities in ways that standard jobs simply don't. I mean, really think about it. What if your next career decision wasn't just another job, but a complete financial reset? It is so incredibly easy to look at employment merely as a way to pay the bills this month. We've all been there. But when you choose the right path, you're actually building yourself a platform. You're giving yourself the opportunity to grow highly lucrative skills and compound your wealth way, way beyond whatever standard starting salary you're initially offered. A strategic career choice is literally the foundation of long-term financial freedom. So there's this pervasive myth out there, the idea that millionaires are either just born lucky or they inherited some massive treasure chest. But the reality? It's far more grounded and, frankly, a lot more encouraging. The reality is that most started with a skill, a job, and a plan. Research consistently shows that the vast majority of millionaires today are entirely self-made. They didn't start with a trust fund. Wealth creation is really about intentionally choosing a career that lets you leverage your time and dramatically increase your value over the long haul.
Job number 6, software engineer. Let's kick off our countdown here. We all know that software literally runs the modern world, right? But the real reason this career creates millionaires comes down to one absolutely powerful concept: infinite leverage. When a software engineer writes a block of code, that code can be deployed and used by millions of people instantly, without any extra physical labor on their part. Because they are the architects of this endlessly scalable digital landscape, their earning potential is incredibly robust and completely detached from the traditional hourly grind.
High base salaries, stock compensation, startup potential, and software business creation. Now, while experienced engineers for sure command very high base salaries, the true wealth accelerator here is often the stock compensation. Holding equity, actually owning a piece of the company you're building, is what turns a great paycheck into life-changing wealth. Plus, developing these highly valuable technical skills opens up multiple high-leverage opportunities. Whether an engineer launches their own startup, builds an independent app on the weekends, or just creates an entirely new software business from scratch, their technical capability essentially becomes a remarkably valuable wealth-generating asset. Moving right along to job number 5, the sales professional. We see a completely different kind of wealth engine here. This path is fascinating because it represents the ultimate meritocracy. It's one of the very few careers where your income isn't arbitrarily capped by some corporate pay band. Instead, your earnings scale dramatically and directly alongside your personal performance. By ditching that traditional corporate cap and relying on commissions, a top-tier sales professional can generate wealth at a speed that honestly rivals a lot of business owners. We're talking about communication, negotiation, persuasion, and relationship building. Top sales professionals aren't just out there pushing products, they are master problem solvers. They develop this elite skill stack to earn absolute trust. And this specific skill set, it acts as an incredible safety net. If an industry crashes, a great closer can pivot to a completely new field effortlessly. Knowing how to sell and negotiate is a universal language, and it's a skill set that will constantly generate wealth for you no matter what the market is doing. And that transitions us perfectly into job number 4, the entrepreneur. Here is where we fundamentally shift our focus from just earning a high income to mastering the actual mechanics of ownership. There is a massive, massive difference between working in a business and working on a business. When you make the leap to entrepreneurship, you're moving away from just collecting a paycheck, no matter how big it is. You become the owner of the very engine that creates the value, meaning your wealth is directly tied to the asset you build.
Step 1, solve problems. Step 2, build systems. Step 3, serve customers. And step 4, grow long-term value. Look, the true wealth of an entrepreneur isn't built in a single day. It begins by identifying and solving a massive problem. But the real magic, that happens in step 2, building a system. When you build a system to serve customers better than anyone else, you detach your physical time from your earning potential. That system is your golden goose. When done right, the business continues generating immense long-term value far beyond the founder's daily active work. The top 3 careers. Okay, so we've covered 3 incredibly powerful career paths so far. The bottom 3 were all about acquiring leverage skills, coding infinite software, mastering sales, building a small business system.
But brace yourselves, because we are now entering the top 3. These final careers pivot toward absolute asset and market mastery. They offer some of the most unbelievable wealth-building opportunities in the world, and the number 1 spot might actually surprise you a bit. Let's see what takes the bronze medal. Coming in at job number 3, investment professional. There's a really well-known financial adage that goes, the closer you are to the money flowing, the more of it sticks to you. And wow, that couldn't be truer here. Imagine literally getting paid to study financial markets and understand exactly how money grows. Investment analysts, portfolio managers, financial advisors, they spend their entire day dissecting successful businesses, completely immersing themselves in the precise underlying mechanics of long-term wealth creation. Financial knowledge is the ultimate advantage. It's understanding how successful companies create value and applying those principles to your own wealth. The true unfair advantage of the investment professional isn't just their end-of-year bonus check, it's this profound financial literacy. They spend years learning how compound interest works at an institutional level. Then they get to turn right around and apply those exact same principles to their own personal portfolios. That deeply specialized knowledge influences way better, significantly more lucrative money decisions, allowing their personal wealth to just compound massively over decades. Moving on to job number 2, doctor or medical specialist. This career represents the absolute peak of trading highly specialized time for money. It requires years of grueling education, immense training, and sheer, unfiltered dedication. Because the barrier to entry is so incredibly high, the market compensates them with top-tier security and massive cash flow. The immense value they provide to society ensures that experienced medical specialists inevitably reach an earning potential that puts them in the top tier of income earners globally. We have to look at high income, which is the opportunity to earn well, versus wealth creation, which is financial discipline, saving, and investing. There is a very dangerous trap here that catches countless high earners. High income does not automatically equal wealth. We've all heard stories of brilliant doctors living paycheck to paycheck, right? The villain here is lifestyle creep, the tendency to just increase your spending as your income goes up. Income merely creates the opportunity for wealth. It's the financial discipline, the consistent saving, the aggressive investing, and the strict commitment to living below your means that actually turns that massive cash flow into lasting generational wealth.
Job number 1, business founder. This brings us to the absolute pinnacle of the wealth-building pyramid. This is the single career path that has forged more billionaires and ultra-wealthy individuals than any other on the planet. While a typical entrepreneur might build a really successful local business, the visionary founder scales a company into a massive, standalone enterprise. They are the ultimate architects of value, creating world-changing assets. Check out this contrast between relying on a salary and owning an asset. When you rely on a salary, you trade your time for money, your income is permanently capped, and you're inherently dependent on an employer. But owning an asset, that builds long-term value. The value can grow exponentially, doubling or tripling in a single year, way beyond any standard corporate raise. And ownership creates brand new opportunities. A founder escapes the time for money trap entirely by building an asset, creating wealth that a salary alone simply cannot touch. The real secret. Okay, we've gone through all 6 phenomenal career paths. But as we reach the climax of this explainer, I need to let you in on the ultimate twist. Just picking one of these titles out of a hat, that will not save you. Simply holding one of these jobs does not automatically make someone a millionaire. There are plenty of people walking around right now in these exact professions who will never become truly wealthy. Because at the end of the day, a title is only a starting line. Invest consistently, keep learning, avoid unnecessary debt, and think long-term. The true difference lies in the financial software running in the background of their lives. The real wealth builders invest consistently, no matter what the market is doing. They constantly keep learning to sharpen their edge. They rigorously avoid the unnecessary consumer debt that drags so many others down. And above all, they think long-term. A lucrative career simply opens the door to opportunity. It's these specific, disciplined financial habits that dictate whether you actually walk through that door and claim your financial freedom. So I want to leave you with this provocative thought. Which of these 6 careers would you choose, and why? Which path best aligns with your own unique strengths and ambitions? Because ultimately, building wealth isn't just about the impressive job title you hold. It's about whether you're spending your life building a ladder or building an engine. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. And remember, your next career move isn't just a job. It's an investment in the rest of your life.